Hey everybody, welcome back to Turn Essential Games. It's Mike. We just saved the game coming out of part 2. We just saw a snake sleeping. I don't know if the capture caught that or not. And that's some suspicious looking shit right there. Yeah, we're awake. And as usual, Snake has an eyeful. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
Oh shit. We know who these guys are.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit.
Damn it, Snake, pay attention.
Hurry. Don't forget your gear.
Stop staring at the booba.
Here, give me a hand. We can use this to get to the basement. Damn it, Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
Okay. So, we get to take out the Ocelot unit. There's an easy way to do this, and there's a hard way to do this. The easy way to do this is to move into the basement just like she did. So down here, we're going to want to move down this way. We've already got the most effective camo on. There are 8 ocelots. So they are breaching the doorway right now. Alright, so at this point, they'll start searching the rest of the area. One of the best things I could do here . Nope, timed that all wrong. I made the mistake of looking right at it. Alright. There's one of them. There's a few of them. Come on. Alright, I got one. Damn. I was hoping I'd get more than that.
Where could he be?
The more you know. Oh wait, that's the that's the 1911. Let's see here. I don't want the 1911, I want the Mark 22. Gonna put these guys to sleep. Gonna have one suppressor for it. Don't want to shoot it with the suppressor on it just at the moment. Alright, that'll get them down here.
Down there.
Yep, definitely got their attention. Alright. Let's see. I'm hurt. Okay, I have a burn. So, ointment and a bandage will fix that. Now, let's go ahead and change my camo up. I'm going to go woodland, and I'm going to go tiger stripe. And we're going to crawl out here. That guy never saw what was coming. There's a lookout up here. Take him out. Got him. I am next to an explosive barrel, so I do want to be kind of careful here. Let's just go up this way. See if we can see where they're at. Can't see much of anything there. Here's one. There's another. Uno más. Uno más. Where is he? Aha, there he is. He's over here. Just crawl. We'll eventually see him. Oh yeah, he sees me. Well, you know what? I've been wanting to, you know, I've had a hankering. Let's let's just blow this poor dude to bits. Like, let's just shred him. I honestly have no idea where he's at. Oh, hey, there he is. Headshot. Dead. Dead. Hey, I got some cold medicine. I mean, I didn't want to, but he didn't really leave me a choice. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can get anything off of these guys. Some AK-47 bullets. Ooh, a suppressor for the trank gun. A suture kit. Yes. Ooh, a battery. That'll be really helpful. So batteries are used for things like our sonar and our motion detectors. That sort of stuff. Batteries are always really good to have. Pentazamine. Not sure what I'm going to use that for exactly yet, but I'm sure there will be some point where I have to use a sniper rifle. It wouldn't be a Metal Gear game without a sniper rifle, I don't think. What's that? Oh, we got some ramen noodles.
Spell it.
R-A-M-E-N.
What does that spell?
Noodles.
Alright. Everybody loves ramen noodles. Ooh.
I've been waiting for this moment. That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
It's upgraded to a revolver.
That's right.
Took our advice.
No accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
Damn! It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
He wasted all of his shots. 6 shots. Ocelot's used to using those semi-autos that you know, usually carry, 8 or 9.
6 shots. That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left.
Got the tire track going up his face.
It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me.
Epic foreshadowing. Yeah.
Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
It's a hell of a jump. I'll just show you guys real quick. Like, once I regain control here, that is a hell of a jump. Okay, so she like literally spun it around here, went up this little bit of stairs here, and then somehow cleared from here all the way over all of this, like all of this, and landed on the roof of like where I'm standing now. Like, that's insane. That just doesn't happen. Nothing in the locker. We're just kind of double checking things here, making sure we didn't miss nothing. Because, you know, that's a possibility. Could have missed something. Might have missed something. Smoke grenades. You know, I had those and I didn't use them. So smoke grenades are great for making it so that your enemies can't see where you're going, or where you're coming from. Gun am I using? The 1911. Mark 22, baby! Alright. So, this should be a swamp area. Now, there are 2 types of snakes in this area, as well as crocodiles. I'm going to see if I can catch one of each kind of snake. There are coral snakes, and then there are milk snakes in this area, and they look identical. The coral snake is, of course, venomous. Milk snake is not. Alright, we're going to catch this one. We're going to catch it alive. Let's see which one it is. This is Snake E. And it is a milk snake. So the milk snake tastes like shit. So snake doesn't like it that much. And it's non-venomous. So really, we caught it alive. We might be able to throw it at a guard and convince them that it's a coral snake. So we'll hold on to that. See if we can find a coral snake. There's a coral snake. Yeah, that's a coral snake. So, milk snake, coral snake. So their stripes are, the stripes are inverted on the coral snake. Milk snake, yeah, we don't care. Like, also, real quick, I noted that, you know, we're catching food here, obviously. Live food will never spoil. We can hold up to 3 live food items. Also, things like the calorie mate will never go bad, nor will the instant noodles. However, like our dead animals, like this reticulated python, will eventually start to spoil. At which point, they won't, they have the potential to make Snake very sick. So there's also, in this area, like I said, alligators. Now you can kind of just see him chilling out there. It is possible to catch them for food, which I'm going to attempt to do right now. The easiest way to do that is to just... Nope, wrong item. Grenade. Chuck this grenade out there, and threw it too far. Got him. Alright, so we're gonna start swimming. So the problem with swimming in this swamp is that eventually Snake will get leeches on him, which will sap our... Yeah, you can hear them sticking onto Snake there. They will start sapping his stamina. So that's no good. Also, we need to be very, very careful of the alligators that are out here with us. Thankfully, in this game, I can actually shoot underwater. So, I'm gonna do a thing real quick, because I don't know where that other bit of alligator meat went. I'm going to get the AK out. Unload on this alligator. Alright, let's surface before we die. Wow. Okay. Not good. Very bad, actually. Very, very bad, actually. So Snake is like not feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and let's get some food in him. We're gonna eat the python.
Tasty.
Tasty. Alright, so I do have to swim under this. Then I can surface. And you can see my stamina is still dropping. That's because I'm gonna have to go in. And here in just a moment, I am going to have to go to the cure menu. And I'm gonna have to do some surgery with my cigar and just burn the leeches off. Over there, they don't keep sapping my stamina. And now the other thing I can do is I can go ahead and I can take a knee here. Or even lay down. Like, being in a prone position works even better. And you'll see that our health will very, very slowly go back up. The other way to fix this is to take a life medicine. Like, if I just lay here for a few seconds, my health will go back up. You can see it just ever so slowly chipping back up there. So let's go ahead, we'll... Oh, not the camo. Well, we'll do camo here in a second. We're going to put the AK in the backpack. Put that in the backpack, that in the backpack. These are really all that I want. Over here we can put the cardboard box into the backpack. Really just kind of want to keep as little weight on Snake as possible at the moment, because our life is so low. I can use this life medicine. I only have one of them though, so I'd rather not. Let's put the Mark 22. Oh, we're getting a call.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traitors have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking. Until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I'd found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment. And by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America. But it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
Okay. So, we made contact with Eva. There is some important stuff around here. Important-ish stuff around here. If I can remember where it's at. Oh, nope, we don't want to leave the area yet. There's still stuff we have to get. So, I'm gonna climb this tree. And we're gonna start shimmying. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Come on, snake. Now, I need to drop into the water, or I need to drop below here. So I need to make sure that I'm 100% lined up. Drop, grab. Perfect. Let's move this way. This item over here is probably one of the most important items I can get. Yeah, it's important. The crocodile cap. Don't believe me? Just have a look at it. I'm a crocodile. All right. But yeah, there's a couple of other items down here as well, which I'm going to go ahead and grab. We're gonna get some leeches on us, unfortunately. Yep, there's one. Now, let's hurry up and get this leech off of us. Now, you guys might have noticed that rope hanging out in front of us. Yeah, let me show you about this rope. So, there's a rope. And if we look up, there's a trap. So, if we actually cut this rope, yeah, That would have hurt pretty bad. That would have hurt really bad. We're gonna get these mushrooms and backpack. Nope, not backpack. Food. Think Siberian ink cap. We can call paramedic about foods. Make sure that they're safe to consume.
You got some instant noodles, huh?
Instant noodles?
Uh-huh. It was invented in Japan just recently. Add some hot water and it's ready to eat. It's cheap and can be stored for a long time. And besides, it's delicious. It's like a miracle food.
Really is delicious. I love instant
Speaking
noodles.
of which,
Yeah,
are you going to eat that?
I was planning on it, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Is there some reason I shouldn't?
No, that's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
I was just going to say that if you weren't going to eat it, you should bring it back to me. I've always wanted to try some.
Whatever.
Wow, you caught a coral snake.
So yeah, you'll get a
Coral
couple
snake is a venomous snake that originally hails from
interesting
the
conversations
Americas.
between them.
Its venom is a very potent neurotoxin, so don't let it bite you. If you do get bitten, go into the survival viewer right away and use Cure to neutralize the poison with a serum injection. The colorful red and black patterns on the coral snake are a warning sign. Apparently, the bright flashy colors and pattern let other animals know that it carries a deadly poison that keeps them from attacking. There are many animals that mimic the colors of known poisonous animals as a defense. See, by mimicking other poisonous creatures, they increase their chances of survival. There is another non-poisonous snake called the milk snake that borrows its coloring from the coral snake.
Uh-huh.
You're not even listening, are you?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about something you're interested in then.
The taste?
Yes. It says here that coral snakes are pretty good in a snaky kind of way.
A snaky kind of way, huh?
Let's try one more.
I see you've caught a coral snake. I mean, a milk snake. The milk snake closely resembles the coral snake, but it's actually not venomous. Even so, you'll still take damage if it bites you, so don't get too close.
So is there a way to tell the difference between a milk snake and a
She
coral
was
snake?
literally just telling you,
Pretty
snake.
difficult. They really do look almost exactly alike. I guess if I had
And
to
I
pick
told you
something,
earlier,
I'd
do
say
you
it's that
remember?
The milk snake is much less aggressive.
Okay.
Ah, I just thought of a better way. You're going to love this.
What?
Eat it.
Eat it?
Yeah, the guide says milk snakes don't taste very good.
Is that right? But if I've already caught and eaten it, what does it matter which kind of snake it was?
It doesn't, does it? Shoot, I thought I had a good idea.
Alright, so basically the milk snakes suck. But we're gonna eat it right now anyways. Yeah, I guess no, I wanted to know about these damn mushrooms. Let's call her again until we get an answer about these mushrooms.
I see you've captured an Indian gavial.
That's the
The
crocodile.
Indian gavial is a crocodile that originally lived in freshwater regions in India and Nepal.
Why are Indian crocodiles way out here?
They're captive crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length. You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So, how do they...
Taste? Yes, I did look into that. You know what they always say. Tastes like chicken.
Sounds delicious.
But be careful when capturing an Indian gavial. Normally they're cowardly creatures, but the ones in the forest there are belligerent. Apparently they attack humans.
What do you mean?
They weren't the direct subject of any serious research, but some think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
So basically they're mutated is what you're telling me.
I see you found some
There we go, the
Siberian
mushrooms.
ink-cap mushrooms. The Siberian ink cap is a mushroom from the ink cap family. Its life cycle is transitory. As soon as the spores mature, the cap starts to turn black, liquefy, and melt away.
And that's why they call it an ink cap?
That's right. It doesn't really turn to liquid, but you get the idea. In its immature state, before it melts away, it's valued as a source of food.
Just be sure not to eat them while you're drinking alcohol.
Why's that?
Ink caps contain coprin, which inhibits the function of aldehyde dehydrogenase. This prevents the body from breaking down alcohol, causing a buildup of acetaldehyde.
Meaning?
Meaning it will give you the hangover from hell.
Oh. Wait a minute.
What?
You think I'd drink alcohol in the middle of a mission?
Wouldn't you?
Hell no.
Well, I'm knocking a shot back now.
What?
Just teasing you.
Sure.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of humor?
I need a drink.
Alright, so we can eat the mushrooms. There are some mushrooms that you can't eat. Oops, wrong button. See how good these are.
Disgusting.
Alright, just save our crocodile. And look at that, our health has recovered pretty well, actually. Bolshaya passed south. So there's going to be some electric fences here, and here we're going to have to be very careful of... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pardon me. I really think I ought to look into this. Where's my sonar? We are going to use the sonar. Imagine that. Nothing here, supposedly. Motion detector, sonar's gone. Where's the thermals at? I want those thermals on me, so I can use them when needed. Thermals. Alright. Doesn't appear to be anything. However, there's this beautiful electric fence. If I crawl right about here, we can sneak right under it. I am going to be crawling the rest of the way here, because something up this way that I don't want to deal with. Haha! See them? Claymore mine. Not only that, but across the way there, you can see old Fido. Yep, there's attack dogs in this game. He will not hesitate to eat me. Now, as much as this is probably going to disturb a lot of my animal lovers here, old Fido there is not our friend. So old Fido is going to take a bullet to the head. I'm not dealing with him. That caught the attention of a guard. Should be coming over this way. Yeah, he's down there. It's coming up this way to investigate what happened to old Fido. You won't find Fido, though, because Fido has, thankfully disappeared. However, he will find a trank dart. Now, if memory serves me correctly, the only way for me to, not stick out like a sore thumb up here is to, enter hanging mode. Oh, crap. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Alright, so we're just on the other side of the fence now. We're gonna go ahead and continue our little trek here. First place that we're gonna go is up this direction. Yeah, there's a lot more crawling in this game than there was in previous Metal Gears. There is a guard in this area, if I remember right. There should also be a hole in this fence. Somewhere. Yeah, right there. Now. There's the guard. So that looks like him, I think. Oh, yep, that's him.
What's wrong?
One of them, anyway.
What's wrong?
Got him. Alright, there's a hole right here. We're gonna line this up as best I can, and right through it. Cool. Okay. So, both of those guys are asleep. There's another guy right there. Got him. It's a little hard to see sometimes on the capture feed here, like where some of these finer things are. I don't ever actually remember having this much trouble with them, but it's a thing. Okay, now we could go that way, and we probably will. At some point. However, if I'm not mistaken, there's a camo around here somewhere. I just gotta remember where it's at. Hmm. Shoot.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Did not see that.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Dang it. Wrong section of fence.
What's wrong?
I don't think I've ever been electrocuted there.
I saw something. Who's that? What the?
Nope, you didn't see nothing. Headshot. Wow, did I seriously drop him?
I see him.
All just because I wanted to try to find a camo. I don't even know where it's at anymore.
This is HQ.
Yeah, the guy crawled away. We don't know where he went.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Yeah, he's trying to find his camo. What's wrong? Your dude's been shot to hell, that's what's wrong. Oh, good lordy.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Go to sleep. Leave me alone. Stop trying to play hero. I am looking for the Choco Chip camo. I want it. I think this is it here. Yep. Choco Chip camo will come in handy later. So, here we go. We are now entering the Bolshaya Pass base. So, there is a base here. This is the first bit of urban combat that you get in the game. That guy will go out here in a few seconds.
Just my imagination.
Yep. Because this is an enemy base, there are going to be a lot more enemies. Surprise! But there's a couple things that we can do here that will severely limit what they can do to me. So the first thing we can do is they should have a munitions and weapons warehouses. If I can locate some TNT, I can blow up their warehouses and limit what they have access to.
Return to your position.
Okay. There's a guy there on the machine gun. Need to drop him. So we don't want him operating that. Oh, no, we don't want to go that way. So, we're going to crawl around here and make sure that there's nobody hiding on this side of the building. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do an old Metal Gear 1 trick. Or Metal Gear Solid 1 trick, I should say. We're going to stand up right here. Press up against this. Okay. Does not appear to be anybody here. Let's check our camo, see if anything else we can put on makes us a little bit better. Choco Chip does help here. What do we got going on there with our health? Something I can do. Gunshot wound, bleeding, no bandage applied. Alright, let's stop the bleeding. Okay, had to pull the bullet out. Pull the bullet out. And let's use the styptic. Disinfect it. Okay, so this is very helpful. But this is not one of their warehouses. So, we're going to lay back down. Crawl our way over here. Be very, very careful. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting Russians. Got him. Got him. Alright, camo index is pretty low. Let's go ahead and change that up. Now let's have a look at our map real quick. I need to know where to go. Alright, so I've kind of covered the entire outer perimeter of the base here. A couple other little areas that I could go into. One of them is over that way. So I'll make my way over there. That looks like munitions. Maybe. So at this point, we need to be careful. Crawl under here. That'll get us a stun grenade. Access to... Shoot. Missed him. Alright, so our suppressor just came off. Let's put the next one on. Alright, that guard is sleeping again. Okay, so we really don't want anybody coming up on us while we do this. Yeah, there's a mouse trap. Gallery mates. Okay. There's some rats down here, which will be rather useful. Can eat these rats. Rats are actually really good food items for Snake. So the last thing that I really need to find is the TNT. If I could just find the TNT, we'd be gold. There's a suppressor for my 1911. I don't see anybody in here, but maybe there's not any TNT around.
Well done.
That was a good play on my part. That was like perfect. Okay. Alright, so I believe that means that we've covered that entire portion of the base. Oh. So upper right hand corner, where from the little building where we picked up all of the life medicines and whatnot, there's another little building up there in the upper right hand corner. I need to turn around and go inspect it. Before I do, give that guy another trank dart, because I don't want him waking up. And there's this guy over here who is woken back up. He's a little ways away. So we'll give him a couple. That'll put him out. I'm actually running very low on crank ammo. Oh, Snake's getting hungry too. Time to eat.
What can I say?
So the more that we eat, the more Snake will start to like certain foods. Smoke grenades. AK-47 bullets. Not, like, super useful items, but I guess they're useful enough. Alright, there is a guard over here. I don't know how he didn't see me picking up his buddy, but he didn't. To trank him. How convenient. Alright, so we've got our TNT. Couple things we need to do. First, we need to take it out of the backpack. So, press square to set, press circle with the TNT equipped to detonate it, excuse me. Okay, we're going to unequip our TNT. I'm going to very carefully open this door. And then the next place that we're going to go... Come on, I really need you to move forward here, Snake. Next place that we're going to go... How long have we been recording for here? Just over an hour. Alright, we're going to clear the base out here. So, what we need to do here is we're going to set these TNT charges on this helicopter. Very important that we do this. This will make our lives so much easier later in the game. Okay, so there's one set right underneath it. I'm going to unequip, and I'm going to crawl out this way so that I can hopefully stand right up, equip. Okay, we are going to crawl away. I thought I picked up Mark 22 bullets. I guess those were 1911 bullets. We are going to have to go ahead and start killing people. Because, yeah, I'm running very low on that supply. Unless this guy wants to give me some. Hey, ask and you shall receive. Alright, now, let's look at our map, figure out where we're going. So we need to go north. So we need to make our way to the other side. I foolishly came back this way. Alright, that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and we'll make our way back north. This direction should be relatively cleared out. There shouldn't be hardly anybody over this way. So we should just be good to run. Go ahead and grab a different camo here. Choco Chip's gonna give us... And see, this is the one that I just picked up. Like, Choco Chip is very, very useful for these orangish yellow environments. That guy back to sleep. Kind of come this way just a little bit. Now, before we trigger it, get our TNT ready. You watching the helicopter? No more helicopter.
This is HQ.
Control here. Being attacked. Enemy position unknown. Going into
Haha. This will bring us to the crevice. Ooh, cutscene.
Ah, you're here at last. Looks like the boss's info was right. Twice now you've made me taste bitter defeat.
Oh, it'll soon be 3 there.
I hate to disappoint the Cobras, but you're mine now. All of you, leave us. It's just you and me. No one to get in our way.
All right, 1-on-1. You want a duel?
Ocelots are proud creatures.
You'll get a duel.
They prefer to hunt alone.
Pretty fancy gun tricks.
Shots.
Fancy twirling.
This time I've got 12 shots.
Won't do you any good though. Nope. Nope. No. So the goal here is that we do want to take out Ocelots. Using non-lethal rounds. The reason you want to do that on all the bosses in this game is because they will give out bonuses like extra camo and stuff if you do so. Shoot, come on.
Get away from me!
Dang.
You're all talk, huh?
Can't land a shot. Really no point in running my suppressor at the moment.
Major, backing you up. Stay out of this.
I've never felt a tension like this before.
It's so different from simply changing a clip. Take this! Major, that's the way!
Ah, crap. Come on, seriously?
Not bad, eh?
Damn coral snake. Alright. No, none of those things. I need a serum injection. It sucks. Alright. Food.
Can't complain.
Take this!
different from simply changing a clip. This reload time is exhilarating.
Where the hell did he go? Okay.
From that range, huh?
Did I seriously get bit again? Freaking sucks. All right. The problem is I don't know where he went. Come on.
All talk, huh? This reload time is exhilarating. See my technique? It's perfect. Loading like this. It's a revolution.
Seriously?
See my technique? It was perfect.
Why is my knife out?
Not bad, eh? Thank you. Thank you for teaching me the joy of the revolver.
I love how I'm just like full of bullet holes now.
See my technique? It was perfect. You fool! Loading like this. It's a revolution.
Yeah, I'm just not quick enough on the draw here.
I can feel it now. The pulse, the heat of battle.
And the problem is that I'm almost out of bullets.
Pretty tasty.
Like, this is not a good look. Like, at all. Let me, I'm gonna have to use that life medicine. Really sad that I gotta use this here. It doesn't even heal that much, like, holy cripe. Alright.
Had enough yet? Found you. See my technique? It was perfect. Mate, that's the
Yes, Ocelot. Very nice.
loading like this. It's a revolution.
Game!
Just take him out with a stun grenade. Got him non-lethally though. That's what I wanted. It was a bad fight, but I got him. First try.
Damn it. He found us.
There's some big ass hornets. Ugh. Imagine getting stung to death by hornets. Does that make them murder hornets?
You were lucky. We'll meet again.
Alright, so we jump into the crevice. And that, my friends, is where we're going to call this part. However, before we go ahead and call it, we're going to go ahead and save. And for the first time in a Metal Gear game, I'm going to let you guys hear the codec conversations for the saves, because they're actually pretty freaking hilarious.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Serizawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for this part of Turn of the Century Gaming's Metal Gear Solid 3 playthrough. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping in, checking out the channel, sticking around to the very end. Really appreciate it. Make sure that you guys leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, get that bell on so you get all of our notifications. Until next time, guys, I'm Mike. This is Turn of the Century Where's it at? Oh, it's over here. This is Turn of the Century Games. I hope you all have a good one.